the whole time.
Gotcha.
Which is kind of true. I didn't know what a Pyrrhic victory was. I had to look that up. Then he entered the Rumble. He was another entrant in the Rumble.
He's another entrant.
He proclaimed that he would eliminate John Cena first.
Yep, he called him out.
So I guess the Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns is over, which is okay because Roman Reigns is about to do battle with The Miz.
Yep.
So,
and I can't wait for that. But yeah, Samoa Joe's moving on to greater things, and John Cena being, whatever John Cena is, Samoa Joe definitely needs to call him out. I thought it was a good call by him, and I'm ready to see that. I'm ready to see Samoa Joe eliminate John Cena.
We might be seeing a WrestleMania match building right there.
Yep, absolutely agree on that for sure, 100%.
Okay, moving on. Asuka fought, I don't know, because she came out and she was doing her Asuka
No Alexa
thing.
Bliss on this episode. Sorry, guys. No more heart will go on. We can't get crazy with hers.
Asuka came out and she was doing her entrance thing. She was doing the dancing. I kind of like the dancing.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. And she was pulling off her mask and she was going to do that bite thing on her mask. And all of a sudden, Nia Jax
out of nowhere.
It's like a sexy biting thing with the mask, though. Mm-hmm. And Nia Jax comes out and smokes her. Well, she picks her up and slams her to just send her a message. I'm going to assume probably for the Rumble.
Yeah, and that slam looked brutal, too.
Yeah.
Anytime Nia Jax is going to slam you, you're just going to be almost hospitalized for a week. I mean, she is a big woman.
She's a big girl.
She's a big girl. She don't play. She don't play with that. Not at all. Not even a little.
So I'm assuming that's for the Women's Royal Rumble, kind of building that up because they're because that's probably. I mean, Asuka's gonna be hard to beat. You're gonna have somebody like Nia Jax. Wait a minute. You know what? I think they're fighting this week.
Are they?
It's next week. Yeah.
Nice.
Asuka versus Nia Jax on Monday Night Raw. So we'll have to break.
That's gonna be good. We'll break that one down for sure.
You know who's gonna win though?
I'm gonna go. Asuka probably.
Yeah.
I mean, she's undefeated.
Yeah.
I mean, other than getting power slammed by Nia, I mean, Asuka's got to win that.
And then, finally, through this Raw, the main event, which featured the Balor Club versus the new modified Shield, Jason Jordan and Roman Reigns. Now, Balor started off against Rollins, and that was it only lasted very short time.
It was short,
but I saw something there. Balor versus
What'd you see, Jay? What'd you see?
Balor versus Rollins would be an awesome
That would
fight.
be. I was thinking the exact same thing, Jay. I was thinking Rollins, Balor, highlight WrestleMania all the way.
Get those two together.
Let's do it.
But of course, Anderson tagged in, and that was over. And then we didn't get to see that anymore. But
it was over with.
Rollins and Reigns cleaned house. They did well.
Yes, they did.
And Jordan was just celebrating over there. And Roman Reigns, and they got this dynamic where Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins they'll look at each other when Jason Jordan is like celebrating,
right?
And they'll be like, "What is this guy doing?"
Yeah, I was confused on what he was doing too. As we seen between Jordan and Seth before, Seth was doing all the work. I felt like he did a lot of work. I felt like Roman did a lot of work. But I felt like Jordan was outside most of the time, or he actually got in the ring and was just like he threw his hands up.
Just in trouble. He just messed them up.
It's like he didn't know what he was doing.
Anderson and Gallows worked well together.
Yes, they did.
They always do. They're very good.
I like them.
Roman Reigns Superman punched Gallows, and it was enough to tag a crazy jumping Rollins in who cleaned house.
Yes,
and then Jason Jordan did. After that, Jason Jordan did everything to lose the match for his team. He distracted the ref from seeing Rollins tagging Reigns, and he distracted Reigns so he could get smoke kicked by Balor.
Smoked, and when we talk smoke kicked, I mean he got laid.
And then. So he just messed everything up, and there's coup de grace, Balor.
Coup de grace on Seth. Balor Club wins. And, my analysis or my breakdown on it is I liked the match just because it was really fast-paced.
It was.
It was happening, going. But the whole time I was watching it, I was just like, what is Jason Jordan doing? I can't get over it. Because, like I said, he threw his hands up in the middle of the match. He looked so confused. He was so unprofessional. And then he comes out acting all jolly with his title like he wants to get into something, but he just really ruins that whole vibe, I think.
He ruins the Shield. And
It does. I mean, when Roman and Seth are looking at each other and making fun of Jason Jordan while Gallows and Anderson are making fun of him, you know something's not right. I mean, they came out at the beginning wearing nerd meter shirts. And it was all the way to the end, and they called Jason Jordan a nerd.
He is a nerd.
Great. He's a nerd. It was like, we got the big dog.
Yeah.
And the architect.
The
nerd.
The nerd. To close, so yeah, the Balor Club won, but to close the show, something interesting happened. The Miz and the Miztourage, they closed it by just attacking Reigns and destroying him. Yes,
yeah,
they're building that Miz versus Reigns match big time,
and
it should be good. And when is it going to be? You know, Raw 25 next week.
25 on Raw.
It's going to be a big one. So anyway, to break it down, really, this Raw right here was a stink fest. Sadly, it's 3 hours. It's hard. I know it's hard to keep to make a good show in 3 hours.
It really is, but I wouldn't waste any time going back on DVR other than listening to our podcast to get the breakdown of what happened.
That's pretty.
I really just wouldn't watch it. Honestly,
I would if you could YouTube.
And like I said, you
Strowman,
can check up our Facebook page. I did post some good, like the main stuff, like cool stuff that happened.
Did you post the Braun Strowman?
I think so. I think I did.
Yeah, check that.
I think
out.
That's on there.
That's what I would click on that one because the Braun Strowman trying to murder people, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was classy for sure.
All right, you know what time it is.
You know what time it is, folks. We're gonna move on and we're gonna hit SmackDown up. Break it down. All right.
Hey, break it down, Eric.
We're breaking it down. SmackDown was in Birmingham, Alabama, and...
Oh, wait a minute. Congratulations, Alabama.
Yeah, congratulations.
Win.
Good job, overtime, whatever.
Won the national championship again. Good job.
Yeah, I totally agree with, at one point, Gable and them came out and they were bashing Alabama in Alabama, and the whole crowd's like, roll Tide, and... It was great. It was good back and forth. So anyways, getting right into it, the highlights at the start of this, AJ Styles starts the show, talks about the handicap match and how he was screwed, how it was unfair, and he just doesn't agree with it.
I agree with that, Eric. I mean,
because he says he's the champion and he doesn't need to be in a handicap match at all.
And one other thing, real quick, how is that going to work? How is a handicap match? Who wins the title?
I don't know. Have we ever encountered this before?
I've been watching wrestling for a long time, Eric.
I don't know if we've encountered this before.
I don't know how that... and they won't address it.
I mean, I'm sure we have...
I'm going to guess that if the team of Kevin Owens and help me out. I can't think
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
My God. They're best friends. How can I forget that?
Yep.
I'm going to guess if that team wins, then Kevin Owens will get the title because Sami Zayn's kind of like the lackey.
Yeah, he's just a yep guy.
But if I was Sami Zayn, I'd be like, I got the title too.
Yeah.
Do they share the title?
Maybe that will cause some interference there. But they did mention that they was going to be the first group champions or whatever. So they did say something like that.
So they will be.
So I think they're going to take it together. So,
okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. I was wondering how they were going to do that.
Right. Moving on. Anyways, so we're still in the beginning. Shane announces the main event: Kevin and Sammy versus AJ, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Randy Orton.
Ooh.
And that's going to be the main event of this one. But we'll get to that a little bit later. U.S. title tournament does continue. Ruby Riott ends up having a match, and Becky Lynch, well, she returns to SmackDown, and she announces that she's going to be in the Royal Rumble. And then at the Royal Rumble, Gable and Benjamin will face the Usos for the tag team title, and we'll get to that here in just a little bit.
That should be good.
But anyways, I just want to first off say that this SmackDown, there was a lot of stuff I believe that was missing because we was watching the Hulu version. It wasn't that great. There were some good matches, but overall, I'm just going to throw it out there, it wasn't that good. So we're going to get on to the first match, was Becky Lynch and Ruby Riott.
Ooh.
All right, so, Ruby Riott's my girl. I kind of like her. I think I thought she was kind of hot. I got a second look at her.
Oh.
I mean, it's, it is what it is. I don't want to be too shifty, but I still like Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott and Becky Lynch. What do you think about that? What do you think about Ruby?
Riott?
Yeah, what do you think about Ruby?
I think she's dangerous. She's toxic.
She's very ill. She reminds me of a female CM Punk. Is that accurate?
That's good.
Is that accurate?
That's good. She's not sexy though.
Yeah. Probably. Anyways, this match was a very technical matchup. They did a lot of cool maneuvers against each other. Like I said, very technical. A lot of roll-ups, a lot of just classic wrestling moves. I like to see that every now and then,
get the women
especially
going.
in the women's
going.
division.
Yes.
I like the match. However, Ruby Riott dominated 98% of that match. 98%. She was.
That's a bold number.
I'm gonna say that's what happened because this is my opinion. But anyways,
okay.
Becky Lynch ends up putting her in some kind of submission, and Ruby just couldn't hang. So she had to tap out. She didn't have anywhere to escape.
Yeah, she John Cena'd it.
She John Cena'd it for sure.
Becky Lynch did. So Becky Lynch won.
Becky Lynch won, and for a good welcome back for her to return back to SmackDown.
Yeah, welcome back,
Becky Lynch. Anyways, moving on. We got to move on.
Oh, I'm ready.
I don't even want to move on to this.
Yeah, I'm ready though. I've got it ready.
So the next match is what we have is the Bludgeon Brothers versus the Ascension. This match literally lasted 5 seconds. I put in my notes, the match was over before I could make any notes. The Bludgeon Brothers killed the Ascension. It was a waste of my ever-loving mind. I just want to rant on this. How can you go from, having the Wyatt family and Eric Rowan and all of it's great, and then you get the Bludgeon Brothers out there, which is a cool feat.
I like them.
I mean, it's a cool feat, but I just feel like Luke Harper could do something else better. I don't know. That's my opinion. I don't know what you think about that, Jay.
Yeah, definitely. I wish they would just really break those two apart and let.
I really do. Eric Rowan just needs to go. I think, my opinion.
I don't know.
I'm not into Eric Rowan.
Yeah, I'm not really either.
But I'm not in the Ascension either. The
hate
Road Warrior wannabes.
Here we go. One more time. Hold on.
Yeah, fart it up.
Oh man, hold on. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. And like I said, that was just, I don't know.
I know what it is. Oh.
It's a sexy game of Bejeweled.
I know what it is. Hold on.
Yeah, that's it. That's correct.
There it is. Good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I gotta figure out more songs to do with them.
For sure. But anyways, moving on. The next match was the first round.
The U.S. title.
The U.S. title
U.S.
match.
title tournament match. And yes, we need it. You know what? I'm not into this. At all.
At all?
Not really, because...
Not even a little bit?
No. They're just not any good, really. I'm looking at the bracket here. Yeah, let's...
Since it's a U.S. title, we got to play a little Toby in here.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll always stand up and salute. We'll always recognize when we see old glory fly.
All right. So... anyways, U.S. title tournament match, first round. Zack Ryder versus Mojo Rawley.
Ooh, wow, that's going to be good.
That is going to be
That's
good.
sarcasm.
No, it sucks.
That's sarcasm.
It was really bad. I predicted that Mojo won that match, and however he did.
Wait, Zack Ryder didn't win?
Zack Ryder didn't win. No woo-woos. No woo-woo for you. Zack Ryder don't win crap. Because I think the last thing that he held was the Internet title. I think he had the Intercontinental title one time, but it was a short-lived term with that.
Yeah, I did remember that.
The moves that were used, the wrestling moves in this, was nothing more than a women's match. I mean, we're talking divas. We go back to
don't disrespect the women's.
No, I'm not going to disrespect the women's because they've done a lot.
They have,
and they're awesome. But the moves in this were comparable to when it was the WWE Divas.
Okay, I see that.
And somehow Mojo beat Zack Ryder, and so guess who moves on? Mojo Rawley moves on to face Bobby Roode.
Eric, I've got the bracket right here.
All right.
That's a good song. I love America.
It is. It is a good song.
Okay, so I'm looking at this Royal Rumble United States Championship tournament bracket, and this says it all. Jinder Mahal will face Xavier Woods.
Yikes.
To go to the championship.
Yikes.
What the heck? That's what I'm talking about. Luke Harper. Can he not be in? Okay. And on the other side, we have Bobby Roode versus Mojo Rawley.
Yeah.
Oh.
So after the match was over,
Hold on. I just like this part.
do it.
Hold on, just 1 second.
When you rattle his cage, and you'll be sorry that you mess with